Yeah, a lot of people told me that they really don't appreciate you burping in
I
the
think you're
fucking
fucking
mic.
lying.
No, I'm being
You're
serious. I've had
absolutely
3
lying.
people. I'm not gonna call them out though, because I don't call anybody out, boy.
I don't give a shit.
Unless you do me wrong, then I'll call you the fuck out. I'll be a fucking narc. I don't care. I'll 6'9" it. I don't give a shit. If you do me dirty, yeah, truth's coming out, boy.
You're like, I'll be a bad guy if the circumstances permit.
Yeah, shit.
Morality's all
All right,
subjective.
so I'm gonna just do it early. I'm gonna do it early, but we're not gonna get that talking because we gotta get a lot of stuff going on. Because we gotta talk about our first guest ever on the How You Doing podcast. But first, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for coming back to the How You Doing podcast, guys.
Hello.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing better. Life slowly getting better, getting happier, I suppose, more fulfilled.
Because you got a nice female in your life.
No, that's not the reason.
That's the reason.
Healthier habits and better self-esteem. That's what it is.
Congrats.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our first guest. He's my brother. He's an anime rapper. He's been rapping since I can remember. He's got he plays a lot of Fortnite. And you can check his music out on YouTube, and also if you want to go way back, MySpace. Oh shit!
That's the good shit.
All right. He doesn't work with me anymore. Give it up for my brother Jose Camargo, aka Vanquish, So Real Records. Woo! Yeah. First guest.
Thanks for
We
putting,
did it.
Thanks for putting my government name out there. Thank you.
I had to.
Someone wanted to hang out
I
with
had
us.
to. Yeah. I had to. Well,
Nah.
first of all, I uploaded to Facebook. Well, I share this on Facebook and YouTube. It says you're my brother on Facebook. You could easily find out.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not worried about that whole. Everyone on online now is like, oh, don't dox me.
No,
I'm
that's
like,
the prerequisite of being on this podcast is just getting your docs dropped immediately when it starts.
By the way, my social is. No, I'm just playing.
Social.
I even said my condition for doing this podcast is that no one knew who I was, and my name wasn't on it, and here we are. Everyone knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah, that's funny, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Well, to be honest, the only people that know and pretty much watch this are people that work with us, and we talk about the podcast.
You talk about the podcast.
I talk about the podcast. Hell yeah, I talk about the podcast. This is my little baby.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to nurture it. I'm hoping to nurture it and grow it, and it's my business
You breastfeed it.
with the tip. All right, so let's talk Vanquish. We gotta talk about your rapping. A lot of people want to know about it. Somebody at work told me, like, dude, did you hear his new single? I'm like, no, not really. Like, I didn't know he posted it. He's like, yeah, dude, I heard it.
You're like, hey, check out my podcast. And they're like, dude, no, check out your brother's single.
It's our podcast, bitch. But yeah, so what made you want to start to rap? Like what made you like want to do it? Was it because you liked the game a lot? Like I know you used to listen to the game, Little Rob,
Mhm.
Tony Yayo.
Honestly, it all started because I was doing like dumb little parody raps. Like I would take original songs and remix them into like really dumb parodies. And then that's when Gustavo or Kelly G or whatever, he's like, hey, we're starting a crew. Do you want to be a rapper? And I was like, all right, bet. And then I just got introduced to like a bunch of different local rappers, and then it just took off from there. But yeah, now I like doing it. It's just I do it for fun, you know. Like I don't even care no more if like anything comes out of it. I just do it because it's fun for me.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck because I remember way back then. You remember the little, it's from Toy Story, that little microphone thing that.
Yeah, no, I know what it's like.
you know,
It's an actual toddler toy.
Yeah. But like you could like record cassettes on it, and you did like a remix to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh my god!
Fucking like a bunch of Christmas. I remember Gustavo was on it too.
Yeah.
Were they rap? Were they rap covers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about like what did he say? It was like
Beatboxing into the little fucking toddler toy.
Yeah.
Like, you're something about like a small dick or whatever. It was fucking funny.
Yeah, because they had like a cassette thing in there where you could record your audio.
Yeah.
And we just took that and started like making these dumb parodies.
It
And
was so funny.
it was funny though, yeah.
It's hilarious. I wish we could keep I wish we still had it, or we could play it.
This is like a step
Like right now.
a step by step of how to make sure your kid becomes a musician. Get them a little fucking recording device as soon as possible.
For real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first couple songs we made were on MP3. It was like this little pink MP3, and I would record it there.
I remember that shit.
It took so now obviously now with like recording equipment becoming more available to everybody, it's like you can literally record it on the beat, perfect timing, everything, right? Back then, I would listen to the beat far enough away that I wouldn't get into the mic, record my voice, and then I'd have to drag and drop and try to like get it perfect. It was such a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah, you just had to like individually assemble all the different tracks. Yeah.
It was horrible. Well,
I mean, but that's pretty much how recordings are made anyway, right? Like you gotta mix and master it. You gotta fucking adjust the levels of all the separate tracks, make sure that they don't like flood each other out and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just
You were just workshopping it.
Dude, I remember what I remember you had this fucking it was you and Echo had a Latin Deuce Crew. I told some people at work about it. They really liked the name. Latin Deuce Crew is like a pretty badass fucking name.
Yeah, that goes hard.
Who came up with that name?
I think it was either Alex or Echo.
Alex or Echo?
Because Alex was supposed to be our manager at the time.
Oh, okay.
We were like 14. He was 17 or something, 18.
He was ready to financially exploit you right away, bro.
Yeah, he was.
God damn.
You made a lot of songs. I mean, you could find them somewhere. Are they on your old Facebook, MySpace?
I tried. So I looked up that MySpace, and you can find it, but the player where the audio is, it's like it's not updated, so it doesn't work on any kind of.
Oh, I wonder if you could obtain the file from the page though.
I wonder. Yeah, I've never really tried, but I've seen that the website's still there.
I'm sure there's a way to like, because you could go on the Chrome web store and find extensions to download YouTube videos. I'm sure they've got something to download MP3 files from a MySpace page too. Then you could put that up on like a SoundCloud or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
the origins.
One of the problems is I'd never want to hear those songs ever.
Yeah, I figure, which is why I'm selling this so hard. Like, yo, we can find it. We have the technology. We can get it.
It's so fucking. So do you think that's how it is with me? Because I made songs and put it on my MySpace.
Oh, I could get those too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I actually have those on my computer.
Yeah,
you downloaded them right away.
Yeah, I have those.
You knew to preserve those.
This is when I wanted to be like my brother. Like I was like, I want to be just like him. He makes music and all that, and he hangs out with a lot of girls. So I made a song. What was it? Like, I just want to be like. It was like, I just want to be like.
Oh my God.
I just want to be like my big brother.
That's wholesome though. That's fucking wholesome.
I think I have a total of like two, 3 songs, but like one of them, it was just a cover of 16 that show on Cartoon Network.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm 16, life is sweet. That shit's a fucking.
You ever seen that show 16? It was like on, what was it, Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
I vaguely recall it. Were they like hanging out in a mall?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So he sang the intro to that on my equipment with all auto-tune. I still have that too, actually.
Yeah.
And he also did the Dragon Ball Super intro.
I like how the family memories here are
Dragon
like
Soul,
old tracks that you guys have recorded. That's fucking great.
Dude, we have a lot of fucking memories. Like a lot of them were like funny.
Yeah, I guess I'm not like that. I don't have a lot of like artifacts from my past at all. It's weird.
No.
I don't hang on to shit like that. I never have this feeling like, oh, this is important. I'm gonna save this for later. I just get rid of shit.
You just live in the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's good too. I mean, it's probably easier living like that instead of thinking of the past all the time. Like that's one of the problems a lot of people have is they hold on to a lot of things from the past, like bad things,
Yeah, no, I definitely get a lot of anxiety for the future, but not so much about the past,
Yeah.
Big time.
I still have a box in my closet. I call it the box of random shit.
You know,
I have one of those too.
now that you mention that, I do have a specific drawer that I hold on to stuff with like sentimental value, and one of them is like a lighter that I almost fucking burned my face off with because one day I was smoking a joint in the car, and I had one of these shitty like crack lighters, and I put the joint out on the lighter, and it actually melted the side of the lighter, and it sprayed everywhere. And thankfully the joint was out by that point, but if it was still lit, it would have just ignited all that and shot like a flame ball into my face. So I hang on to the lighter because I'm like, yeah, that's like, significant. It was like a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
Had to keep it.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I used to have a notebook. Me and my ex would I would write a whole page. It was like texting.
Yeah.
But like after every class, we would meet up, and then I would give her the notebook, and she would write a page, and then it'd be every hour we would like talk, and we would talk about like how I gave her like a lot of orgasms. Oh shit, dude, this is a problem. My fucking voice keeps cracking.
No, you could tell when he's lying because his
podcast.
voice cracks.
No fucking way.
Shit.
I have a video.
I'm just playing. Bro.
No, I think you're just
I have videos of it.
sentimental about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
My voice cracks at work too. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
is it anxiety? You get
It's not
anxious now?
anxiety.
I'm a very anxious person, so I understand it.
Maybe it's because I'm only one beer in.
I mean, shit, it happens to me too, and I'm fucking, like it just happens once in a while.
Right. I think it comes with age. You start to get anxious with age because you're like, all right, I've been around like 25 years. I'm not trying to fuck up and do something stupid and die.
Yes.
Yeah.
It happens when I'm coming back from work and I'm singing in my car, or like I'm rapping in my car and my voice goes, and I'm like, and I rewind it. I'm like, no,
You're just
I
going
gotta
through
do it right.
You're going through puberty too, bro.
You
saw
yes,
I told you this last time.
dude.
Second puberty.
How long does that shit last?
I have no fucking clue. How old are you?
25.
So I haven't been through this yet. You forget.
Anyways,
you're older than me.
okay. So, anyways, I had this notebook that we would just like write back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then I put it away for sentimental value. And then we broke up, and then my new girlfriend after was like, "Why the fuck do you have this?
You know what's funny?
You need to throw this away, like burn it." But she had a box full of all of her old ex's shit, a bunch of pictures and stuff. I'm like, why does it only go one way?
Yeah.
And I was just about to say, because I was thinking the whole time you were telling me about this, like if you were still hanging on to it, I was gonna say, wait till you meet a girl that goes through your shit and is like, what the fuck is this? Whose is this? Whose is that? Why do you have this? And because that's what I went through
And
with my ex.
I found her, I found her box of all of her extra shit, pictures, gifts, and I'm like I wasn't like, oh, first I said like, why do you have this? Oh, because of like sentimental reason. Like I still like it memories. I'm like, okay, that's cool. All right, you could keep it. That's fine. If that's all it is. But for me, it was more like, no, I'm the one. Get rid of it.
Dude, I just went through that shit with my ex.
Shit's annoying. Why did like?
See, and that's the thing. And that's why I'm like, it depends on the girl you have, I guess, because like, not only did I had a drawer like that, right? I had love letters from all my exes, just a bunch of love letters.
I remember going through
teddy bears, fucking whatever. But I also had underneath all that, I had like all their panties that they would leave because
that's a little too much.
Man.
That's a little too much.
No, if they came over, they would leave. If they left it there, I would just throw it in that drawer, right?
Oh, the sense.
See, yeah, and that's the same shit with me. That the reason I had all this shit is not because I was hanging on to it, but because I just don't really throw shit out like that. It's not mine, right? Like, I'm not throwing it away because it's not mine, and it feels disrespectful to just throw shit away. Yeah.
And then when I met my my wife or whatever, she never told me once, like she knew all that was there. She never told me once to throw it away. It was just after a while I was like, why do I have all this still? So then I on my own just ended up deciding just to get rid of it. But I did have it for like a while. So
Yeah.
Do you ever like had the panties in your hand and like jerked off?
No. No.
Yes,
It
you
wa-
have.
no,
That's a step too far.
To
bro.
me, it wasn't like a sexual. I didn't get turned on by it. It was just like, oh, this is a collection of the people. It was just like, oh, I have a whatever. But it wasn't like a thing that I was like, oh, like I didn't get turned on by it. It was, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I got you.
You what you should have done is like start making your own little rubber band ball with the panties and like toss it around and be like, hey, play with your son with it. Like, you want to play catch?
Sew them all into a blanket.
Get the.
That'd be cool.
Make a nice little quilt.
Oh man.
There's brown stains everywhere.
No.
like-
I would not keep. Okay, look.
Like the
All of them?
they were crusty, weren't
No,
they?
they were all clean. I will admit.
You washed them?
No, they were all clean. Because you could tell, but like there was one
one
that I did not keep because of that.
Yeah,
Where I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw this in the trash.
like, this is actually kind of gross. It would be sentimental if there weren't fucking skid marks.
Yeah, that kind of like makes me think, like, you know how like Usher or whatever, they be doing shows and people be throwing their shit on stage.
Yeah.
Like I'd be thinking like sometimes like, what if one of those is just like, never mind.
No, a lot of them probably are. A lot of them probably are. And that's why you will notice they don't often interact with the things thrown on the stage. They don't want to know.
This is my theory. They throw them so their pheromones could get in the air.
I don't think they
one
think
of them
that
will
hard
be
about it.
attracted.
I don't think they think that hard about it.
That's my theory.
It's your theory.
Who knows? Well, like, you know how they say girls wanna they're attracted to guys that like kind of have the I don't know. I think it was like the scent of their dad or something. Like they have something that correlates with their dad.
You're talking some Freudian shit right now.
Yeah,
That's no, like legit. Like that's why.
the mom something complex or whatever.
Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also fucking read. I don't know how accurate this is, but like the reason why there's mama's girl. Oh no, daddy's girl is because the girl finds the dad attractive.
I don't think it's like that. I think that they see the dad as a protector figure and a strong figure in their life that they trust.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
Maybe that is why after the fact, when they grow up, they look for similar qualities in a partner, especially if they had a good relationship with their father.
I like to think that.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a much better way to put it than.
I don't know.
No.
That's going off of what you think. Mine was based off of like fucking articles of fucking scientists and shit.
No, and I'm elaborating on that what the idea really is,
The Earth is
as
fucked.
opposed to
The Earth is fucked.
misconceptions.
Moms.
Can I ask
wanna
for a
fuck-
source, please?
Source?
BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed.com. Yahoo Answers.
No, but I think a lot of times people give you an oversimplification of especially Freud, because people like to throw him under the bus and say that he was
Who's Freud?
Sigmund Freud, the psychologist, the one that pioneered the field of human psychology.
Oh,
Yeah. And so a lot of people give him a bad rap because they think he's some kind of weird pervert with all of these ideas about sexuality and how it relates to our subconscious. But also at the same time, you're hearing a great oversimplification of what he was actually saying.
Yeah, because he was basically saying that like you become attracted to, you basically are looking for someone that's like your mom or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
But people are just like, oh, he's saying you know he likes his mom and he thinks his mom's attractive. It's like, nah.
Exactly. That is exactly it. That's the way people interpret that, and they don't read into like why someone growing up would see a lot of positive qualities. Like let's say a boy would see a lot of positive qualities in his mom, and then be like, oh, I am looking for someone who's like that.
Yeah.
And that makes more sense than, oh, horny for mom. You know, that's not what it is.
It's kind of like saying the girls that don't have really father figures, like they have nothing to really go off of. So a lot of them you see, I'm not trying to generalize them, but a lot of them you see with like
oh, are you getting this? Like every time he talks, it's like a little too loud on your headset.
Every time I talk?
No, him.
No.
Oh.
You might have your volume up too high. Which knob is yours?
Mine.
Red one. Yeah,
My
you got it up
knob-
high as hell.
My knob, what?
you
Your knob's a little too high there, bro.
But
All right. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, that
I was gonna say because like I like it like a little loud because I got my hat on.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
but
Yeah, you got your fucking edges of your hat over your ears.
damn right, shit's dope.
I suppose I got my hat on too. I got a lot of hair over my ears.
but yeah.
So yeah, so we're talking about psychology, but fuck the psychology. Let's talk about fun shit. Let's talk about some fun shit.
conversation.
Let's do party stories. Let's do party stories.
Bro, we already did that. We already did party
with
stories.
the guest though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This one's a little different because I know some stuff.
What if I just shattered this right now and said, y'all play Mario Strikers?
Oh, I used to back in the day.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. It's like just Mario FIFA.
Yeah, that game was lit. I remember I used to play that
It was
all
good.
the time.
The second one was kind of ass.
Change the whole
Complete
subject.
fucking subject change success. That game
No,
is
dude,
good as hell.
when
though.
you're talking about Mario Strikers, like, yeah,
I just downloaded it, dude. It's fun as hell.
The first game or the second game?
The one on Switch right now, Mario Strikers something.
Is that? I'm assuming that's the third one.
I've never played them.
Oh,
What was it on originally? The first one was 64.
Probably GameCube or 64. Yeah, one of the two.
I just remember playing that game, and every time like I do the ultimate move or whatever, it was always like it always got me lit. I was like, yeah,
I know,
boy.
dude. The way they do it now, they have like a manga panel of the fucking.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like it's just the art style changes and everything, and it's like a drawn manga panel of the shot.
Oh,
It's
that's
really.
fire. I'm gonna have to.
I know.
I'm gonna have to download it.
It's good. All right, sorry for the subject change, Roman.
What's going on?
What's going on? This is your podcast, bro.
Stupid. I want to talk about vaginas.
No.
Please.
Life is
Joe
not-
Swanson said he wants to talk about vaginas.
Life is not about vaginas. It's not.
It's the essence of everything, buddy.
In a sense.
It is.
We all came out of one.
Technically, a dick started.
You know
as a-
what? Oh, I'm not gonna get into that. But
See, that's why ancient cultures have all these fertility gods and goddesses and dicks and vaginas on their little statuettes, because they're like, yeah, bro, that's how life starts. You know,
Yeah.
that's like a normal thing. And
That's
everyone,
great.
and now we look back at it and we're like, haha, they put a dick on the statue.
it's fucking funny though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. They had an entirely different view on sexuality.
When I see like a portrait back then and somebody's like dick is like all fucking soft, I'm like, he's got a soft pee.
that's exactly what I'm talking
Why
about.
can't it be bigger?
You don't look at the statue. You don't look at the statue and go, ah, an ode to life. You look at the statue and go, whoa, the vagina's huge on that thing, dude.
Dude, I've never seen a huge vagina.
Never seen a fat pussy.
Oh, you know what? I like ones with lips on it. I like with like the fat chubby lips, you know, where it looks like a
I
burger.
know what you're talking about. Don't worry.
It looks nice.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about too. I like those too.
Those are nice.
I become I used to be like one certain type. Now I'm just like, eh.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I'm very open.
All vaginas are lovely.
True. It's more about the smell to me than anything.
Well, I can't.
I don't care how they look. I just care if it fucking does.
See,
not smell
that's the
right.
tricky thing. I can't smell anymore.
I know. You
Oh,
have
you
have
So
God's gift.
is that a blessing or a curse? Because like, what if I eat something?
I think
It's
that's
both.
a curse.
I think
that's
it's
like
both.
that's like, oh shit!
'Cause-
I just fucking ate some of her fucking.
You just gotta steer your life towards like maybe a career path where having no sense of smell would be the ultimate superpower.
Yeah.
Like
I'm-
waste management operator or something.
I'm gonna say
They
that
make a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
say
what
that's
saying.
I'm gonna say that's a curse because you can't do the smell test like the rest of us can. You know, you start with the fingers and you're like, all right, it's safe. You can't do that, so you're just like,
See, I think
the-
I have
The only way you're gonna get by past that is you make her do it. You do that.
See,
you
yeah,
put
you
it in her
can-
mouth, and if she doesn't put it in her mouth, you don't do it either.
Well, you ever do a smell test and then put the fingers in her mouth and you're like, well, it doesn't smell the best, but if she's cool with it, then I guess I am too. Like that's just fair.
I've never done the smell test.
No.
I was either a man and did it, but then again, the person that I do it to, I was usually with them for a while. Like,
so you already knew.
I had this situation where I did not want to eat the poos.
Yeah.
And the only reason is because I was dating this girl and like I went down on her for the first time because she asked me and like she shaved like maybe like 2 days before, so it was all prickly and it kept like hitting my unmustached face and I'm like, I don't like this. It's poking me.
Yeah.
Why am I itchy?
Conditioner helps with that. You gotta tell her to use conditioner so it's not so prickly.
I guess yeah. I didn't know that.
helps. No, it helps. Softens.
But
the hair.
yeah. So after that, for a while, I just
Facts.
I didn't really eat out anybody unless I was with them for like maybe like 6-7 months. But even then, like I was hesitant. But now I'm like, dude, I eat pussy and I eat fucking booty hole, bro. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I stuck my tongue like 2 inches into a booty hole, bro. It was fucking good. Shit was
Right.
tasty. I was like, ooh,
Tasty.
you ate carne asada, huh?
Oh boy.
Chorizo? Shit was fucking.
Butthole,
okay.
butthole, in my opinion, a little tangy. even if it's clean. That's just the.
It reminds me of
nature of the game.
It reminds me of licking the end
battery?
of a battery.
Oh my god,
Yes.
you're so fucking right, dude.
Yes,
exactly.
If you have licked the end of a battery, then
it's that metallic tang.
then you
It's like,
then that's what a booty tastes like.
Putting a penny.
Yeah. And you know what it could be too? The fact that they say the anal lining is so thin and there's so many blood vessels in it that you could just be tasting like iron from the blood. That could be that metallic tangy taste.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
Yeah, you put your tongue in a butthole and you taste somebody's bloodstream.
You know what? The
Science.
The booty hole is a lot cleaner.
I don't like that you say booty hole. Just say asshole.
Just
Say ass.
The
just
sphincter.
Just say butthole.
The sphincter.
Just say rectum. No, just playing.
The asshole. The butt.
Just say poop shoot, bro. Just say.
It's a lot.
Just say chocolate
it's actually
factory,
a
bro.
lot cleaner than the mouth.
I do not believe that at all.
It is. It is. There's so many germs that are in your mouth that are like.
Do you understand? There's a very different. There is a big difference between the bacteria that lives on your teeth and the bacteria that thrives and multiplies in your gut.
Well, like right now,
One of them
okay,
can
so
make
like,
you
like
very
right now,
sick.
I've driven here. I've touched this this couch. You know, I grabbed this beer, grabbed this,
He
grabbed
stuck
this,
his whole fist in his
and
mouth.
then I
yeah.
could lick my fingers.
Bro,
I think it's clean.
there's a reason you can lick your finger and put it in your eye and it'll be like probably all right. But if you put your finger up your ass and put it on your eye, you're gonna get pink eye, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's also because the saliva has the shit to like break down bad.
Yes,
nasty
exactly. So
germs.
I
gonna-
don't think that at all. There's enzymes in your saliva, but the bacteria that thrive in your mouth and live on your teeth are resistant to those
I don't know. I'm gonna
enzymes.
search it up right now. You guys
Go
talk.
ahead.
Yeah, there's like a hand, foot, mouth disease that you get from like
Sucking toes.
stuff.
Hand, mouth on foot disease.
There's
Yeah.
like they say our mouths have a lot of bacteria, but I feel like not all of it's bad bacteria. You know, like there's good bacteria out there.
A lot of it's bad though, and it's all about how often you brush your teeth. Because the thing about like dental plaque and bacteria in your mouth is that
Gingivitis.
yeah, exactly. So what these bacteria do is they live on your teeth. They stick to your teeth. What?
No, it was from Robot Chicken. He's like, God damn gingivitis. Anyways, keep going.
No, so the bacteria that live on your teeth essentially multiply until they hit a critical mass where there's enough of them. I didn't burp into the mic. That was to the side. So fuck off. Eat shit, go die.
So
He
okay.
turned to the side to my mic.
Yeah, I burped into his actually.
So I searched it up. It says it is actually hard to believe that the mouth has a higher number of microbial flora, i.e., species of microorganisms, than the anus. But yes, it is true. I'm saying cleaner.
In other words,
I clean my butt, dude.
you are grossly misinterpreting that. When it says there is a
Bacteria.
there's a larger number
Bacteria.
of microflora, it means a greater variety. What that is saying is that there is a greater variety of bacteria in your mouth, but not necessarily that there is any less of them or that they are safer or less
Right.
likely to cause disease.
I'm not saying
the thing about
I'm not saying
science
that
is
it's
it's
more
hard to
dangerous.
interpret
I'm not
things,
saying that it's
isn't it?
dangerous. I'm saying that it's just cleaner. It's just cleaner.
Plus, who'd you ask, Jeeves?
Hell no. Fuck that shit. I used
Dog pile. I looked up dog
What'd your dad say to do all the time instead of Google? Use
dog pile. That's what I was.
dog pile.
No, it's oh fuck. What is it?
No. Let me pull up the last podcast.
Look up.
No, fuck that shit.
Look up. Dog
Nobody
pile.
listens to that podcast. Anyways, what I'm saying is,
You know, I tried downloading your podcast on LimeWire, and all I got was, I did not have sex. I'm just like,
you gotta download it off FrostWire,
You
dude.
got Bill Clinton speeches instead.
LimeWire over.
Anyways, keep going with what you were saying.
It's cleaner.
Let me see.
No one
I'm
that's-
looking up
it.
dog pile.
Bro,
now.
no one that's listening is going to know what LimeWire is. Let's just keep
Yes,
going.
they fucking are. You
Dude,
kidding?
LimeWire, FrostWire.
No, it's funny
those two are
because
the shit.
no one who listens is going to have used LimeWire, but everyone who listens is going to know the story of LimeWire because for whatever reason we live in like a weird digital content era where we all watch videos about the past, so we all know about the infamous cases and all this shit like that, right? We're all watching videos on like what happened in the Oklahoma City bombings. Nobody lived through it, but everybody knows about it.
I don't even know about that.
Don't know about the Oklahoma City bomber?
That's because he only watches anime and hentai.
Damn right.
See, that makes
Emphasis
sense.
on the anime, not the hentai, because I don't watch that shit. I don't. It doesn't do it for me anymore.
Did you know, bro? did you know hentai has like there's like series and people actually follow like the storylines and shit like that? I was like, anytime I've ever seen it, I would just look it up on a random website.
Probably go to a random
watch
episode.
one episode and it's like, all right.
Yeah, no, and then you find out hentai is like a genre of anime. Like it is a type of anime people watch.
Guaranteed it is, yeah.
Fucking
There's
crazy.
animes that are
watching-
borderline hentai.
You're literally watching the 2-minute snippet from the whole episode of the hentai. Yeah.
Yeah, like speaking of anime rap, one of my guys from LA, he had a cipher that he was doing. It was an anime hentai protagonist, and he got me as a character. So I had to research the character because I didn't know that there was main characters for this type of thing. I thought it was just like random as porn. And then so I'm like researching the character. I'm writing some shit for it. And then I listened to the entire cipher, and there was so many different ones that I'm like, man, these sound crazy. I should probably watch some of these. But like, it was a fun ass experience, and that's why. Not trying to get back to the music, but
No, I know what you mean because I was watching a video and the animation was good and like the storyline was good. That like I sometimes
So
I
you
read
mean you were
I read
watching a hentai?
Yes, I read the comments and it says came for the porn, stayed for the plot.
yeah, like there was this one that the first guy did on the cipher, and he basically starts off with he goes into a classroom and these girls are humiliating him and they're like stomping on his nuts and all this shit, right? They're like stomping on him. So his revenge is he ends up finding some book where he can hypnotize them to do whatever he wants, basically. And he hypnotized all three of the girls into thinking that by them having sex with him, it was humiliating him. So like the whole
That's dope.
So
I like that.
So the whole series is he's like, no, please, and then they're all coming up to him like, no, you're gonna do this, and they start like giving him head, doing whatever, and that's the whole series until the very end when the girls find the book. But there's nothing they can do about it. So they find the book and he just starts laughing and they keep doing their shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, because they were still under that, like,
Yeah, they were still under the
That's
spell.
dope, dude. That's dope.
Psychological thriller hentai.
Yeah, and I, I wrote an essay about it for school, and I think no, I'm just
There's this category that's I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's pretty much just
Teacher kept the essay.
I'm gonna need the source, source material.
You didn't cite your sources, son. I'm gonna need those. MLA.
So
please.
there's this porn category where it's just a two girls
Yeah, that's called
that
lesbian.
that are just like doing. Yeah, not gonna let me fucking finish talking, bitch.
No, it's funnier to interrupt.
I guess yeah. So it's just basically two girls and they're
called
just, they're
comedic
just
timing.
they're just doing their they're just doing their thing, and then some guy just comes and starts fucking them while they're doing their everyday job, like their everyday activities. Like somebody's like fucking cooking,
It's called
he's fucking
long-term
her,
relationship
and then he's
sex.
Oh shit!
and he's they're doing laundry, he's fucking her. Somebody's just like text messaging, he's like eating their pussy out. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's a weird thing. Weirder enough, I talked to a coworker yesterday. Nugget porn.
Oh my God.
Don't watch
I
that
didn't
shit.
even know that was a
my
thing.
God.
Bro,
I didn't know. I think it's funny.
I've had a weird number of coworkers think that was the funniest thing ever. And
I think
always
it's
talk
pretty
about it.
funny.
I can at least remember it in my last 3 jobs. There
Last
was
time
one,
you jacked off to it too.
No. Yeah, right. No, but I can
To the
remember,
hello way.
at least in my last 3 jobs, someone has brought it up and been like, "Yo, you ever hear of nugget porn?" I'm like,
It's
"Yes,
so weird.
I've heard.
It's so
Don't worry."
weird.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I haven't watched it, but what they told me
You
about
had
it,
to watch it.
No, I didn't. I
You
haven't
said
watched
you
it.
had to.
For the people that don't know what nugget porn is, it's basically
Somebody with no arms and legs, right?
someone with no arms or legs, and it's a porn like the dude's fucking. Some
Is
chick
it
with no
usually
arms.
the girl that's the
Yeah, it's
the,
normally.
the nut? She's the nuggy, the chicky nuggy.
Yeah, normally, yeah.
The tendy.
She's the chicky nuggy,
The
not
pro-
the tendy.
the- the problem
she
with
has no legs
those-
on that one.
Is I have a problem where like if I see something happen, like if I see someone get kicked in the nuts or get their arm cut off, like I feel it. So like that's how I am. So like I cannot watch those because as soon as I see the girl, I'm like, oh, like my arms start hurting.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
like,
wait.
nah, I
Is
can't
she
watch
is
this
she
shit.
completely like nothing, or
phantom
does she have the
pain.
little nubs?
No. It's normal. Well,
I
normally
think
it's
there's
just,
probably a wide variety.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
yeah. There's some where they actually do have like
Their
like
arms.
their arms. They call it nugget because the guy's how he's grabbing them and shit, I guess. But Yeah, I mean, there's a variety of it.
Dude, could you imagine him fucking her and then after he's done dips her in barbecue sauce?
I was
That
about
would
to
be
say,
the
like,
ultimate
you-
nugget porn,
If
man.
you've ever seen McDonald's chicken nuggets, you get it.
Yeah.
There's one specifically with that shape that kind of looks like a torso, right?
This shit's so funny.
Yeah, I man.
Nugget
I used to
porn.
watch some
Don't watch that shit. That's
I used to
weird.
watch some fucked up shit on Live Leak, but that was more like gore shit, you know, like
I've
execution videos.
kind of been in
and
the mood to
accident
just
videos.
go
Oh,
to
yeah, me
that.
too.
That website's still up, right?
Nope, Live Leak just went down. They took it down for good.
Why?
I don't know.
Live
Probably
Leak
not
2.0
financial.
Live Leak 2.0 is coming out.
Well, it's probably like financial problems because how do you find sponsors on a website that just puts up videos of people dying? You know,
Yeah.
hard to get advertisers for that.
I kind of want to. I was hoping to go on Live Leak because I'm just in the mood for some gore.
That's okay. That's normal. Like,
I feel like sometimes, like recently, I forgot what website I was on, but I was on a link where it was like a shooting in Mexico, I think it was, where it's like they're all sitting down eating tacos, and some dude pulls up in a bike and just boom, 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 shoots all of them. And I
damn.
was like, what the hell? So I followed the link, started watching a bunch of them, but then that made me paranoid to go out, and we were going out that night to Crazy in Belvedere, and I was like, damn. The whole time I was just thinking, like, man, like I don't know, maybe we should just go home.
No, I'm assuming that the only reason that they died was because it had one of them fucked up
One of them, yeah, but that's the thing.
and did things.
Our
like,
cousin. So in Mexico we have family in this place called Salvatierra, and we have a cousin who he wasn't involved in anything, but his friend was dealing drugs. He was like dealing weed, whatever. And the cartel didn't like that shit, so they ended up kidnapping both of them just because they were walking together. They got both of them,
Yep.
and they never found his body or anything. He's just like presumed dead or whatever. But it's like, bro, like, you know, if I'm not doing anything and I'm hanging out with you and I don't know you're doing shit, it's like, fuck, we're both gone.
it's kind of how it is here too, though.
Nah, it's not that bad.
It really is.
Nah.
Yes, it is.
The
Nah,
difference
it
that
ain't.
at least here there's gonna be an investigation, maybe a police review, whatever.
like
Over
that-
there, it's just
over
like,
there,
all right, well, he's
yeah.
gone.
He's gone. But here, well, I guess it depends like which gang you're talking about. Some of them are kind of like they have their little morals and stuff. But like,
Usually, it's
if
all
you
about,
fuck with the Mexican mafia here in the U.S., like anywhere in like the L.A. region, you're fucked.
oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
We're not in the LA region.
No, here we're in Belvedere, Rockford.
All of a sudden, I start talking tons of shit. I'm like, we're safe. Fuck them.
Yeah, you want to walk out first, please?
Not really, man. I saw the thing where it said Rockford is like the most dangerous city in the U.S. or whatever
Yes,
Yeah.
statistically speaking,
per
that,
people or whatever capita or whatever it's called.
exactly. Yeah, statistically speaking, it is. But that just means because there's a lot of shit that goes down, like a lot of shit that goes down in downtown Rockford, and it doesn't usually involve civilians. You know, most of the time it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's also one of a lot of fucking sexual kidnappings too. Like
Oh yeah, human trafficking shit.
Human trafficking is fucking
Yeah,
terrible around here,
yeah.
and it's going into Belvedere.
I've heard a little bit about that, like at Bigfoot Lounge specifically.
Fuck that place, but I can't talk about that.
No, I know you can. I'm just saying with the human trafficking shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Damn.
like a lot of clubs are like that though.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck that place.
so I used to date somebody that was a dancer at Blue Aster, and then they went to Show Palace to dance there, and that's like up in Wisconsin. But they would tell me about the local clubs and their competition and why they wouldn't go there and work there, because it's like basically a human trafficking ring. You get in, you start dancing, and then you meet the wrong people. Someone offers you money to go out with them, and if you take the bait, you get like sucked in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's fucked up.
As someone who's been to a lot of strip clubs, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know why. It's something about like
Same.
something about paying for someone to dance for me feels like no, I don't like this.
I feel that. Like I'm honestly,
I don't want you to give me attention because I'm paying you. That feels weird.
No, like me. So me and my wife, we like going to strip clubs, but so the one we go to is the Vegas club.
The
down
food
in
is
Wisconsin.
fucking good there.
food
The
is
food
fire.
is so good.
And because we're regulars, like I've never really gone for the private lap dances or any of that.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't like. I like going to strip clubs where it's a lounge or whatever,
lounge.
and we
Yeah.
can just sit down, drink, chill. We don't have to go talk to the strippers. We can just do whatever we want. I don't like places like Tiger Tails where you're sitting at the bar where they walk across and they ask you for money and like they basically force you to like be there, you know?
Yeah, because like you got to pay them for their time too,
Yeah.
just for providing entertainment. And like that's why I don't go there in the first place, is because I feel bad if I show up to a place with dancers or performers or whatever and I don't give them a tip because I'm not really interested in that.
Right,
So
yeah.
like, yeah, I just that's not my thing. I did go once with my friend Erin. I used to work with at Taco Bell, and she's super cool. She's awesome. And I paid for Erin to get a lap dance because Erin is bi. So I paid for my girlfriend at the time to give her a lap dance, and it was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah,
Yeah,
me and my girl go get lap dances together. Like, she probably won't like me talking about this, but
Who
so
cares? It's the How You Doing podcast. How you doing?
I'm gonna be
See,
doing
there's-
horrible, okay? But anyways,
You're gonna be doing horrible when she fucking
No,
sees
we
this.
love girls that love girls.
yeah, so we go to the
Absolutely.
Vegas club and like there's this dancer that we know that, you know, she's obviously we're cool with all of them, but
yeah,
Yeah.
we go get a dance.
that's chill as fuck though.
we go get a dance and it's me and her, and she's like she sat me down. She's like, don't worry, girl, I already know what you want. So she sat me down, sat her over there on the side, and then she right away got on top of me, like basically was doing a show for her on me, and I was like, okay.
That's tight. Yeah, that sounds cool.
And like that's like a regular thing, and I think it's cool. I think it's like healthy because
Yeah.
like, you know, it's not like, I feel like that's a healthy relationship. I don't see
Yeah.
anything
No,
wrong with
it is. I think anytime you have a relationship with somebody where like both of you are sexually comfortable with, you know, whatever, especially if it's the same thing, that's dope. Like, it's hard to find. It really is.
It really is, and that's why I'm like, I still fuck up once in a while, but I try hard not to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I feel you there.
This podcast is gonna be the last straw.
No.
No, the straw. No,
if any of you guys know good lawyers,
I'm not a big fan of the I'm not a big fan of the strip club because I go there, I break 100 into singles, and I leave with $97 singles.
plus
Damn,
though-
stingy bitch.
Yeah, plus
I just don't know how to work the fucking game, dude.
You don't know when to throw the money. See,
Yeah,
I
don't
feel
wanna-
that
I don't
because
wanna be
I've
like-
been there. I've been
I'm
there
like,
such a limited number of
do I
times.
throw it when she does like an awesome like spinning move, or like when she's walking around, or do I do it like when
That was off, man.
do I do it when like
What you do
everybody
is
throws it?
You fold the dollar bills in half and put them on the counter, and then she'll come by and pick them up with her butt.
Oh,
Two
bro.
things that I've done at a strip club is weird. I made a paper airplane and I threw it, and it fucking landed nicely on the stage. And then she came up and asked me about the paper airplane.
I was gonna say that
after.
was a slick move.
bro. Real quick strip club story. Back when I used to go to Bigfoot, me and Mark went there, right?
Uh-huh.
And we had money, whatever. And one of the we were regulars there. Everyone knew us. And then one of the waitresses there, we were fucking around. She
You're
gave us
outing yourself by saying you're regular.
she gave us a pen, and we wrote a bunch of IOUs on a napkin, right? Like it's like IOU 10, IOU 20, IOU
Yeah.
whatever. We ripped them up, and then the waitress, she was like, "Yeah, that's funny as fuck. Go throw it on stage." Blah blah
She
blah.
was not impressed. She was mad.
I'd
She
be
was-
pissed as
So,
fuck.
so we went on stage, and then we threw the fucking
IOUs?
the IOUs, and she's like. She got so mad. We're like, what? They're good. She's like, we're good for it. And then
Come here all the time.
but luckily it was me and Mark, and luckily like we were cool with everyone there that they were just like, all right, just don't do it again. And we're like, all right, bet.
Damn. So she got so pissed that she went and told somebody. She's like, that's not cool throwing these guys out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Yes,
so then it was just that one, because like I think she might have been like a new dancer that night, but it was funny because we're like, man,
Yeah,
if
she
you
got demoralized as hell. She's like, I'm not making no money. I got these stupid fucking IOUs.
bro, but I mean, like that's the thing you were saying about tipping when they do a cool trick. A lot of these dancers aren't even like, if I owned the strip club, I would fucking like cast auditions, make sure that they were good. Like this one time we were at the strip club, and there was this girl dressed up in like these really long socks, but they were like tube socks.
Yeah.
And like she was just walking
Hey,
around.
that's somebody's vibe.
Yeah, she was walking around like doing nothing. She walks up to me and tries to dance on me, and obviously I'm like, no, I'm okay. And then she turns around with a tissue in her hand. She blows her nose like loud as shit, like. And she's like, can I have $1 for Cheetos? And I'm like, here, take this dollar and get the fuck away from me, bro. It was like the worst thing. I'm like, if this was my first time here, I would never come back.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
No, that's kind of how it was at like Blue Aster though, based on. So I've known a couple people to audition there, and it is not hard to get in. You just have to look the part, and then they're like, yeah, sure, you can come back and work this many times a week.
You know what's fucking funny?
Fuck.
Dude, I remember in Chicago when I went to Lollapalooza, we were in line, and you know, you have that fucking security, like, all right, you could get in.
Yeah.
You could get in. So we were
Lollapalooza?
waiting.
If you give them money,
No, like after Lollapalooza.
if you give them
wait.
money, they won't search your bag.
And what's funny is that like he looked at me, he's like, "Oh yeah, you can go in." You? No, not you. But it was like my friend, and like he brought a date, and she's like, "Here's $50, please let him in." He's like, "All right, get in." And then that was actually the place where there was a, you know how like at clubs they have like those dancers that are like kind of like high up, you know?
Yeah.
They're kind of just
no
like
clubs
there.
around here.
They'll
but-
go like go-go dancers or whatever.
Yeah, they're just kind of like they're like background dancers.
Yeah.
And so when the beat dropped, I had like a bunch of like singles, and I threw it all in the air. And then one of them was like, "Why are you doing that? This isn't a strip club." And I'm like, "I thought it'd be funny." And then they look at me, they're like, "Hey, like, we have a bunch of bottles here. This is our personal bottles, but like, do you want some?" And I saw they had like fucking Patron, Hennessy, the fucking expensive shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'll drink some. So then I started drinking some Patron. I'm like, "Can I give some to my friends?" They're like, "They're right here." They're like, yeah, go on right ahead. So then I had them drink it. And then they're like, "Come up here." So then they grabbed me, and then I became one of the fucking dancers up there for like 30 minutes. I was just like dancing, like, "Oh, what's up?" Yeah, I'm dancing with like these fucking like 4 girls, 2 guys. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And we're just having a good time. And then my friend got too fucking drunk that like I saw her getting kicked out. I'm like, "Guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry." And then like I fucking left. But like that was how I became a dancer. Woo.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be a dancer if I was in better shape.
We've done that. We've done that.
Yeah, fucking.
I probably I'm not gonna bring this up. Never mind.
Anyways, let me tell you the second thing
Good
before it
idea.
ends. The second thing is
discretion achieved.
when we were the second thing I did at a strip club is when Mark bought me a private lap dance, and she's giving me a lap dance.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, and me,
The worst waste of $30. Ever.
I don't know what to do. I'm awkward. I don't know. Like, should I touch you? Should I like? I don't know. We're not together.
She's one.
I don't have that. So you know what I did? You know what I did?
Sometimes you're allowed to touch, sometimes you're not.
You know what I did?
What?
I'm like, "So you watch anime?"
He talked about anime the whole dance.
My fucking guy.
Bro, she's one of our friends, right? She was cool as fuck.
And I added her on Facebook, and we talked about anime. It was
Yeah,
dope,
bro.
Yo, you raised your way in.
He came outside and he's like, "Yeah, we just talked about anime for the whole dance." I'm like, "Bro, you could have danced and talked about anime at the table. She's gonna sit here with us. She's our friend."
She was on top of me, and like we talked about anime while she was like on top of me.
I was like, "Oh my God."
Nah, he was actually spitting game the whole time.
That's one of the,
what it
I think
was.
like that's one of the most like
He's like,
that's one of the funniest and most things that I'm like, dude, I'm glad that I did that because it's just a great story. So you watch
Believe it or
anime,
not.
huh?
Believe
You
it
watch
or
the
not.
Dragon Ball Z, the new episode of Super came out.
No, he's like, "Hey, I watch Blue Lock. You know I'm a score." I'm gonna put your pussy on this death note. It's about to kill it.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. That was probably nice for her. Like having someone who wanted to talk to her about something that they were interested
And
in.
she
as
she
opposed
likes
to, like-
anime a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like
She came to the house one day, right?
Yeah, she came to
To our party and stuff.
to my birthday party. Wait, Andrea's birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she brought her boyfriend.
Yeah, she brought her boyfriend, and she still. It was funny. Like I kind of don't. I mean, no one knows who she is, but and someone got drunk as hell, told her to start dancing,
Yes.
and then she started dancing. Took off her clothes, started dancing on her and twerking on her, and we were all like, "What the fuck?"
instinct kicked in.
Yeah, it was just like, and her. I mean, her boyfriend was cool. Obviously, you got to be cool with that kind of shit.
Yeah, you have to be
like,
fucking
to
comfortable.
date someone like that. You
Like
know?
I said, I dated somebody who was a dancer at fucking Blue Aster, Show Palace, whatever, and like that's just their income. You know? That's just their revenue.
It's basically just like you're trying to make them feel like
I respect the hustle.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I saw a whole documentary where it's like we gotta make them believe that we're their girlfriends, that we want to see them, blah blah blah. But it's just about the money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel bad for them because like a lot of them I've seen so many like really old. I seen some guy damn near like on a fucking oxygen machine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was in there with like
He's
these
spending
things.
his fucking
And they gotta be
Hispanic.
like, oh yeah, baby. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, bro. Like,
the social security's kicking in.
Yeah, my
it's just a
girlfriend.
job.
My girlfriend at the time would tell me about how bad she felt for some of these dudes that came in and they were just like kind of pathetic, and they would just like pay money to hang out with her.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but like you know, that's double edged. But I feel like if you're dating somebody that is like very attractive, you gotta have enough confidence in yourself, one, in her and the relationship. And like like if she's bad, she's gonna be hit on.
yeah.
And you
You-
can't you can't blame her for other people hitting
yeah.
on them.
no, yeah.
I've seen so many people break it. Like, yeah, all these guys who keep hitting. Like, and then my thoughts get into my head. Like, oh no, that's your problem then,
yeah.
because
No,
your
for-
self confidence and shit is a
For
little
me,
too
it's
low.
like I know I'm dating a bad bitch. I understand, but thankfully, like I have a weird aesthetic, right? So when I'm dating someone, usually it's because like that's their type. Like I have like a dirty white boy Post Malone kind of look going on, right?
You got that
So-
songs in real life look.
I don't know what that means.
I showed you the videos.
Oh yeah. Either way, point is like it's a really specific niche aesthetic. So for whatever reason, the person I'm dating is usually attracted to that, you know. So I
you
don't
got
have
the
to
more
worry.
rugged look.
I don't have to worry about people that look normal.
If you had a
I don't look
Harley,
normal.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I was
No.
about to say a biker.
Nah.
Yeah. You got the biker.
But I-
Little femboy biker. Yeah.
not really femboy, really.
With me, it's mostly like as long as you trust that she's not gonna like, as long as you have trust in her and you know that she's faithful, you're good.
Yeah.
You know, it don't matter how many people go out there and keep talking to her, blah blah blah. As long as she's faithful.
Yep.
But then
Yep. Straight.
open relationships are a thing too.
Yes,
true.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
And can't talk about it on this podcast, but
I got you. No, you don't have to.
That's when you gotta be very confident in yourself and shit, though.
Right. Well, I think that's something that like once you
what if she's getting more than you? What's that gonna do to your self confidence?
why does that hurt your feelings?
Because it feels like it's you're losing the game.
No, but it should be more like you're more comfortable and confident with what you're doing with yourself, that it doesn't really matter what she's doing.
yeah.
That's kind of how it is. Where
What
like,
What if you are in an open relationship, but she's having sex more with other people than with you? How would that make you feel?
it depends on how much I'm trying to have sex. Because like I've mentioned. This
Well,
before,
you're a
that-
different type. You
Yeah,
said that
like-
you did not want to have sex anymore.
Well,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
no, that's changed. Like
Oh.
I still have sex. I'm just saying it's not the most important thing in the world. You know.
You said
Like,
that sex is boring to you.
it does. It gets boring.
It does get boring.
Yes.
Maybe it's because I've been single for the past fucking like I don't know,
No, sex
for a
itself gets
while.
boring when you're like, yeah, I do this all the time, but it's like, I don't know. Now it's more like a chore.
Yeah, because it becomes like a job. Like,
Yeah.
where you're like,
I feel like,
Like,
sex
I
shouldn't
gotta
feel
do
like a
it.
chore though. I feel like sex
Bro,
shouldn't
I'm-
feel like a chore.
no,
it should be like something that you guys like want to do
I-
together.
no,
'Cause it's like
It is
it's
for a while.
awesome.
It is something you want to do together for a while, but then after a while, when you're doing it all the time, and like it does feel like a chore.
yeah, that's why I say.
That's why you gotta change it up though. That's when the sex life.
and
has
that's
to
when
be
you bring
changed
other
up.
people in. No, I'm just playing. That's. I was saying like I was saying a lot of people want a girl that's a nympho who wants to just fuck 3 times, 4 times a day.
Yeah, and I've talked
But-
about this. Like I was with a girl that would cry if I didn't fuck her. It gets psychotically bad.
And it's cool at first, but after a while, it becomes like just even thinking. Like, let's say you get home and she's like right away, you know she's gonna want to do shit, and you're thinking about like, damn, I'm about to go and do this, and then you're exhausted. You're just like, not right now.
That's when you have like 2-3 beers
then-
and your dick starts getting drunk. You're
No,
like, let's do this,
It,
baby.
it just depends on it just depends because some guys
Blue Chew.
like I'm not the type. Okay, so one of my boys, he's like, no, that's because you try to act like it's a marathon. You should just get yours and be done. It's like, but it's
Nah.
like then I don't feel good about it because I want her to be good and then I'll be good and we're both good, you know.
Exactly.
But some guys are just like, I'll just do it for the 5 minutes. I'm done and she could take care of herself. It's like,
And that's why that's how you wind up with someone that cheats on you.
Yeah.
Is
Is-
like
is it-
if you
is it-
only care about your own sexual gratification.
Do you think it's like is she just trying to get her nut that needs to be busted, or like does she want the penetration?
I think she just likes. Yeah, she just likes.
Because if she had the penetration, she could just buy a dildo.
No, put it like this:
But it's
some
not the
girls,
same.
some girls don't even come from penetration.
Yeah.
Like you can't make them
You gotta
come.
eat that thing out.
Yeah, or finger them,
Give
or
it the ABCs.
something like that. But there's
Elemental P. WXYZ.
QRS.
It's like it's
damn,
like
I failed English, bro.
Oh,
It's like some people's like they're like, okay, I can finish with this toy, but it's different with someone doing it as well, you know, or
Yeah.
even just you doing it for her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and the other thing about that is like I think part of the reason why you tried to make her get her nut first is because like
Because she gets wetter.
Right, well, like-
Moister than an oyster.
put it like this: when you nut, you're probably done, right?
Oh, I'm fucking done.
See, when you nut,
and
you're,
I have
you're
a
all done.
cigarette.
She can nut, and then you can nut.
Yep, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's usually like it can go in that order. But if you nut, you're like, ah.
Yeah, because I die down.
See,
Because
Yeah,
I feel like there's
see?
no,
You can't blame a man for
But
his biology.
no,
feel-
but that's why her nut is more important.
yeah, and I feel,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I feel like
it
it's
really
a,
is.
I feel like it's
So-
a bad, not a bad feeling, but I feel bad. I would feel bad if if I was done and then I roll over and shit. And she's like, all right, well, I still gotta do. Like, can you at least do this for me? And then I'm just standing there with a fucking toy, like on her.
No,
and
that,
shit.
that
you gotta
no,
do
no.
what
What
you
you
gotta
gotta do,
do.
And I'm
what,
just
what
sitting
you gotta
there.
do is use your fucking hand. Dude, have you ever eaten a pussy after your dick has been in it?
Yeah,
It's normal.
yeah.
It's normal. So like, but like, if you bust in her, that's a different type of thing.
No, I'll
I
come.
have this friend.
I'll come in somebody's mouth. And
I have
piss.
this friend, dude. I have this friend that fucking
Hey, if she's gonna eat my nut, then why would I care?
Ew, fuck that shit.
You know what I mean?
Ew.
It's,
No, no.
it's mutual. It's
Alright.
reciprocal.
That's just disgusting, bro.
Nah.
I thought you guys were gonna ask me questions about music.
No,
I'm out of
Man, man.
I'm just like,
I had this friend that
You know your brother.
She cheated. She cheated on her man. She cheated on her man, and he busted inside her. And then her boyfriend comes in 10 minutes later and eats her out.
I mean, I've done shit like that before with like.
He ate the cummies, dude.
No, I'm saying not eating.
cummies.
Like, okay, so
It didn't come in handy.
so it's not the same.
Toothbrush, dude.
There was one time where I had sex with like 3 girls in one day, right? And I didn't really. It was different. I was kind of fucked up. So, anyways, I fucked one.
It's your past.
Yeah, so I fucked
That's
one.
why I talk about the past.
I fucked one. She left. I showered. I fucked the next one. She left, but I didn't get a chance to shower. So then I went to the
Yeah.
next one,
I
and
feel
she
that.
gave me and she gave me head. She was basically, and I didn't tell her. It's not like, oh, you're eating someone else's pussy. You know, it's just like whatever. But it's like,
that-
you never know what you get.
That happened to me before. Like I fucked somebody and I went to work, blah blah blah, long day. Went over to another girl's house after, didn't get a chance to shower, and I did not let her give me head. I was like, no, I didn't get to shower. Like, no, don't.
Yeah,
I didn't tell her all that.
Be
I was
like,
just
dude, you should have gone to. This is what you should have done. Pro move. Go to her bathroom.
No, I've done
her
that.
makeup.
wash your dick
grab-
in the sink.
grab-
I've done
no,
that
I've
done
too.
it too, yeah. You grab You got, no,
Hand soap. You're
makeup
like,
remover.
I've seen
Clean that shit.
I saw this.
Sanitize it.
I saw this meme where it was like, it's like, oh, when she says, "Hold on, I just need to use your bathroom," and
Like, I gotta
into-
take a hot shit
and she
first.
comes into your bedroom smelling like your fucking dish soap or like your dish soap. Like you right away.
hold on, I need to use your dishwasher.
You could tell, like you just show. That's why I don't do it. I do it sometimes. I have done it, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty obvious. It probably smelled like
Yeah,
fucking
no,
flowers
it's-
and roses.
I
and
don't know. I feel like the worst.
I'm not that down bad anymore. I'm just not.
I feel
Yeah.
like the closest I ever got to that was like so like I was having a party and these 2 girls slept over and I hooked up with one while the other one was sleeping, and right when like I finished, she went to the bathroom to clean up. I rolled over to the next one and started fucking her. Like literally, like there was only 3 minutes in between fucking. I'm pretty sure I saw like some cummies on my pee. And then like
He said,
what?
I'm spreading VD out here.
What's the problem is that she was like, I'm not a whore. And then you know what
They always say
happened?
that.
She so we didn't do it, but then she was like, hey, I need this day off. Can you cover my shift? And I'm like, I'm busy that day. Like I will only cover that shift if we fuck. Cause like I already did it. And she's like, no, I respect myself too much. I'm not doing that. So then I'm driving around with Juan and Eduardo. And then she calls me. She's like, Roman, please. I really need this day off. Like, I need to go to this party. And I'm like, all right. But, like, now we got to do it twice. It's been double. And she's like, all right, fine. I'll let you hit twice.
You're bargaining.
So then I was just driving. I'm like, all right, boys, I gotta drop you guys off. I gotta go to work. They're like, all right. And then I only fucked her once.
I had a friend named Rachel that came over.
Self-respect.
I had a friend that named Rachel that came over quite a bit, and like I would always help her with stuff.
Yeah.
And usually we would wind up fucking after that. And it wasn't like a contract or anything, but it felt very much like,
You
Main
do this for
reason.
me, I'll do this for you.
Yeah, kind of like that.
But I feel like with you, since you said sex was kind of boring, it's kind of like you're giving a double favor.
Maybe.
Oof. Big oof.
I won't articulate.
Now that I think about it, yeah. So keep going with your story, Big Bad Daddy.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Sons of Anarchy looking at.
Ooh, Jax Teller looking at.
I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, so I don't get that joke. But I will laugh for the sake of everybody laughing.
Same deal. I think I sold it better, though. I sold it way better.
Keep going. You guys are fucking crazy.
No, we're having fun. I don't know. I feel like this has been the most upbeat podcast so far.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm not talking as much. Thank fucking God.
This one's been
Thank
fun as
fucking
fuck.
God.
My voice gets a little hoarse,
Yeah, thank
like my
fucking
cock.
Yeah, thank fucking
Horse
God.
cock.
Yeah, thank fucking
.mpeg.
Thank God.
Oh no, it's
shit.
horse dick.mpeg. Fuck, I fucked up that joke.
Horsedick.mpeg.
You ever seen Miss March?
I've seen plenty of horse dicks.
It's Miss March.
Bro,
It's a movie.
tell me why. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing. But
I went into, I'm not gonna say whose room I
Hey.
went into, but there was a DVD there. And I didn't know what the fuck it was. I grabbed it. It was something from Chicago, a bootleg ass DVD.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. You don't even need to finish. They were practicing horse breeding. That's all it is. You know, and that's the thing. Horse cum is so valuable that people sell that shit. Like horse farmers or whatever, horse breeders, they make bank. I used to have this career day at my high school, and it was so funny because this lady would come in every year and she would explain horse breeding. And of course, all the kids that went to that little career day speech were like, horse dicks. We're gonna ask her about jerking horses off. But that's literally what she did. She made bank.
Yeah.
She just jerked off horses,
What-
put
what
it in a
el-
bottle,
but,
and
like-
sold the cum.
Is that it? Is that to the extent just jerking off the horse?
Yes.
You don't get your puss up on the horse.
What
and
the
have the horse
fuck are
in
you
it?
saying? No.
Okay,
You jerk
cool.
the horse off, you bottle it, and you sell the cum, and it's expensive.
It's talking about bestiality.
I know you are.
Yeah,
And I'm saying, shut the fuck up. Stop.
I'm just making sure.
No, I'm trying to have a serious conversation about horse cum being worth a fucking fortune.
Is it?
Just
Is it really?
just like
a
willow
lot
vomit.
comes out of there. A lot comes out
And you need all of it.
to impregnate a horse.
I think so. I think that's how
Really?
it works. Yeah.
You ever see a video where like
You know what? That'd
two
be a good-
people are riding a horse and the horse starts fucking the other horse while they're riding?
No, I have not seen that video. Seems like you're familiar with
No,
horse
dude,
sex.
this shit was just on Facebook. He's like two people riding a horse and the horse like gets horny, like gets on top of the other horse and like, oh shit, like he's about to fall off. Doesn't take. I feel like they were blessed with a big penis,
They were blessed.
but the thing
It's called
is,
evolution, my
the thing
guy.
is, they bust in like 10 seconds.
By the way, it's big to us, but it's like proportionate to them, isn't it?
It's
I would
something
assume
that. Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's kind of like how
Yeah.
ducks have a corkscrew penis. Like shit goes crazy.
Snakes have two
Turtles
penises.
too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's because they need that.
Dude,
It's important.
You ever seen a fucking turtle dick? God damn.
I can't say I have.
That shit looks disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Something, it looks like an enemy of fucking Mario. You gotta stomp on his head 3 times.
Stop talking about dicks, please.
I was gonna say y'all talking a lot about animal dicks
Let's talk about something else.
Anyhow, point being,
So the penis,
horse cum
horse cum.
worth a fortune. It's a viable business. If you want to jerk horses off, you know, it's not a bad business practice.
You got good forearms, Roman.
From jacking off all these horses.
You stupid.
They catch it in a big old balloon.
I'm gonna catch you at work. Water balloon.
Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
No, but it's
though.
because like horses are like dogs. They have like prized genetics and whatnot. Especially if you got a racehorse. Like if you got a horse that wins races, boom, cum value goes up exponentially.
Really?
Yes,
That's dope as fuck.
it's horse genetics.
Do you think Usain's Bolt cum is like fucking crazy?
You know what? I
high?
bet it is valuable.
I bet.
I bet if Usain Bolt decided to stop running and start coming, he'd make a lot of money.
That's a good idea. You hear that, Usain Bolt?
Olympic gold medalist come.
Someone clip that part, send it to
Somebody
tag him in it.
Somebody kidnap Usain Bolt and extract it for profit.
And I got the best forearms for it if you need help.
Oh my God.
You guys talked about my forearms. But don't worry,
I have
ladies.
nice-
I
I have
love
nice
the
forearms,
pools.
too.
I love the pools. You know what's funny? I play JV soccer and varsity soccer.
How your
And,
legs
and
look?
I always
How
had,
your legs look? Pull them pant legs up.
I was goalie. I always had to get my my arms like taped up, so like they wouldn't like fuck up. And when the athletic trainer was wrapping them, she's like, "You got really good forearms. Like they're really
Oh my
big."
God.
And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I practice a lot of soccer."
How old was she?
She was hot. I know that. I don't know how old. She was probably like 24.
We're recounting predatory high school experiences, and you don't even realize it.
Bro,
Dude, I dropped the bag a lot, dude. I remember one fucking time I went to Buchanan's.
It's not dropping the bag. It's someone being like predatory towards
No.
you.
I remember I went to Buchanan's and there was these 3 girls playing pool, and I'm like, oh, can I play pool with you? And then they're like, yeah. So then I was like, hey,
I know that's what. That's not what you were talking about. You're talking
Oh,
about
no.
the recording being fucking an hour long already.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So then I'm like, oh, like, do you want to come back to my house? I have Mario Party. Like, let's play Mario Party.
That's not dropping the bag. That's called filtering.
No, let me tell you.
screening.
So
you were screening them, and they failed
All 3 of them came to my house,
to play Mario Party.
and I couldn't find the Nintendo. I knew I had it the week
God
before.
oh, I sold it.
So then I'm like, oh, can we? Here, I'll play some YouTube videos. So I played Team 4-Star, Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
Oh, I love that show.
and
Scaring
then
the hose.
this is when I really dropped the bag. I was talking about Big Mouth, and then I started.
What the?
That's not how you.
I started talking
That's
to
not
them
how you seal
as
the deal.
Lola, dude. I was like, hello, I'm Lola. How you doing? And like, dude, all 3 of them,
See,
I can
that's-
guarantee you they did not want me there
That
at my
is
own
part
house.
of why I think you're on the spectrum too. Number one, you're friends
I'm
with
like,
me.
oh.
Number one, you're friends with me. But 2, shit like that puts you on the fucking spectrum, my dude.
It's fucking funny.
Roman, I have never, ever done anything that stupid.
It's fucking funny. I was talking to them as Lola.
Yeah, it's a funny story for a podcast, but at the time, you could have. You had 3 girls in your room, and you fucked it up with every single one of them.
Yep. But the benefits, I made out with one of them.
Okay.
And 2, one of them was a deep tissue massage, and I got a deep tissue massage while we were watching Dragon Ball Z
I
Bridge.
love
I know
that
who
shit.
she is.
So I'm a win-win and a loss.
That still sounds like a loss to me because you could have literally.
Nah,
All right, whatever.
we don't look at sex as wins and losses. That's toxic.
I got a deep tissue massage from my impersonations of Lola.
I secured the bag.
But
No,
I dropped the ball.
I fucking love massages, dude.
Shit's so good.
So how you gonna wrap this up, Roman?
I'm not gonna wrap it up. They were late, so I'm gonna end it late.
That
No.
That's not how it works, my man. It's
Yeah.
an hour long already.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to the How You Doing podcast. Vanquish is gonna be back for the second podcast session.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about some music stuff. For the
I'm
next one.
doing drunk now.
We're gonna
So how you doing? How you doing? Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing. It takes fucking 2 seconds. If you don't do this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab your mom, right?
I'm gonna say like and subscribe
gonna-
for this one because this one was good.
I'm gonna
This
grab your
one's-
mom
This one gets my approval.
and I'm gonna feed her. Never mind. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. This is the How You Doing podcast featuring Vanquish Oreo.
Gonna do a quick shout out.
Do a quick shout out, buddy boy.
Shout out Mark. Jacob Cass is a biatch. That's my boy.